Hey, you guys. I just wanted to come on here briefly and talk about a few things. I hope everyone's year is starting off fantastic. I'm doing well. Unfortunately, right before Christmas, my father passed away, and I was really sad about it. I still am sad. He was a really good man. I loved him a lot. And what helps with my grief is understanding that he is in heaven now and he is an angel looking down on me. He was a good man. My dad was an extremely good man, and he was a God-fearing man. And God bless him. I'm gonna miss him. I'm gonna miss him every day for the rest of my life. But like I said, I take comfort in knowing that he's in heaven looking down on me. Yeah, God bless him. Let me not talk too much about my dad because I might get depressed. I'm trying to keep it light. So let's see. What did I miss for these past couple of months that I haven't been talking on here? Oh yes. Surviving R. Kelly. Surviving R. Kelly. The final chapter came out at the top of the year, January 3rd. It started January 3rd and 4th. They gave him 2 nights. They said this is the final chapter. And it flopped. It flopped, you guys, like I knew it would. People all over social media were saying, what? Another surviving R. Kelly? We're tired of it. It's overkill. People who weren't R. Kelly fans are saying, oh my God, y'all got what you wanted. He's in jail. Let the man do his time. Why the hell are y'all going back on Lifetime to continue the narrative that R. Kelly is this bad person and yada, 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 yada. So Lifetime said that they will no longer be doing any more Surviving R. Kellys. It's over. It's done. These people are demonic. I watched it. I watch everything that relates to R. Kelly and just lies, 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 lies. But I saw that they threw Barry Hankerson under the bus. They said they insinuated that Barry Hankerson was involved in the Aaliyah cover-up of the alleged marriage. So don't be surprised if you see a surviving Barry Hankerson coming to Lifetime. I think that Barry Hankerson is on the chopping block because he refuses to sell background records and he refuses to hand over Aaliyah's music to the elites. And I think they're going to put Barry Hankerson behind bars to get Aaliyah's music. Because remember, he owns Aaliyah's catalog. He's by himself owns Aaliyah's catalog. I think with the exception of AJ None But a Number. I don't think he owns AJ None But a Number. I think Sony owns AJ None But a Number. But the other two albums, he owns them. And yeah, so we'll see what happens to Mr. Barry Hankerson. I think he will find himself in a sticky situation in the coming years. The unfit parents were back on Surviving R. Kelly. We saw Tim Savage and Angelo and all the rest of them. And I was looking at these so-called fathers, and I don't relate to them. I don't feel bad for them because my father, wasn't a pimp. He didn't take me to go be with men and drop me off over at men's houses. So again, I had no sympathy. Even if I wanted to have sympathy, I couldn't. Tim Savage is a fucking pimp. And Tim Savage went live a couple of days after the documentary to say that Angelo sold his daughter. Angelo is a pimp. Angelo this. Nigga, you both are liars and you both are terrible parents. It's too late to start pointing the finger now to see who is the worst father. All y'all are terrible motherfuckers. These are, and it's so sickening that people are supporting these sorry ass niggas. I have never seen anything like this in my life. The parents are not victims. Tim Savage is not a victim. He's a fucking pimp. And so is Angelo Clarion. Their wives are fucking whores. Thank God these are not my parents. Oh my God. Oh my God. And Tim Savage was on a rant talking about Joycelyn is missing or is Joycelyn dead and all this dumb shit, trying to, stir the pot. And it's that type of messiness that's going to keep Joycelyn away from him for the rest of her life, hopefully. Because if you really cared about your daughter, you wouldn't be online doing all this messiness. It's a reason why Joycelyn was not a part of the case. R. Kelly was not charged with anything relating to Joycelyn in any jurisdiction. And that's because Joycelyn is not a victim and they had no evidence of her being a victim. They couldn't even find anything to twist it to make it seem like she's a victim, because she's not. Tim Savage is lying. They're all lying. We all know that. Despicable people. I just don't get it. I just can't feel sorry for them, you guys. I know some people may think it's heartless, but I just can't. I don't relate to unfit parents, and I don't relate to, chicks that get fake IDs and try to chase grown men. I wasn't doing that at that age. I wasn't a little thought. I can't relate. I had to be in the house. And, my daddy wasn't dropping me off and sending me to go live with men 10 days after meeting them. It didn't happen. So, yeah, I have no sympathy. Can't find no sympathy in my heart. What else happened? Lisa Marie Presley died. They said, what they said, heart attack. It's sad. Lisa Marie Presley died, suddenly. But I was reading that it was somebody wanted to purchase Graceland and she won't let it go or something like that. So I don't know if she was murdered or not. But it could have been a murder, because she died right before Friday the 13th. And, the Elvis movie just came out. So I'm thinking it's a murder to try to force her children, especially her oldest daughter, Riley Coe, to turn over some of those, all of the assets from Graceland to whoever was trying to buy them. So it could be that, Yeah, I think it was a murder. But rest in peace, Lisa Marie Presley. She was a good woman who did great things. What else happened? Oh, yeah. The basketball player from University of Alabama got into an argument with a woman because she wouldn't give him her number. He shot her dead while she was in her car. And I guess the boyfriend shot back in self-defense. But she was already dead after he, followed the boyfriend and the girl outside. And then they got in the car and he shot in the car. So he's looking at capital murder. His name is Darius Miles. And I say he deserves the capital murder charge. You just can't shoot into a vehicle on a school campus, on a university campus, and think that you're not going to get capital murder, especially in Alabama. So I think the charges are justified. May that young lady rest in peace. Ladies, I think if a man asks for your number, you might as well take his number. I always take a guy's number, even if I'm not interested, just so I don't get a violent reaction. Because you never know who is a psychopath. You know what I mean? So just take the number and then go on about your day and, learn from this situation. If a man comes up to you and tries to holler, just go on and take his number and get out his face as quickly as possible. And then you could delete it later. But don't argue with any stranger in the street. Don't say fuck you, nigga. Don't say none of that. Say, okay, I'll take your number, babe. I'll call you. Be very sweet and sexy with it. And then move on and do whatever the fuck you want to do. But, yeah, don't do what this woman did and start arguing with a stranger because you never know who is mentally unstable. Just take the man's number and then delete it when you're out of his sight. That's what I do. I don't argue with no man. I don't argue with anybody in the streets. You know. I don't even go out late at night. And I live in a small town. I don't really go out late at night. To clubs and stuff like that. I try to do everything before the sun goes down. Anything I got to do, I do it before the sun goes down. Because I'm not trying to get caught up with these goofy sons of bitches out here. It's a real goofy people in the world. I'm not trying to get caught up in nothing. What else happened? It was something else that happened. Oh yeah, that it was a girl that got shot and killed because what did the girl get shot and killed for? She wasn't responding to the man's text. I forget what the lady name was. She broke up with her boyfriend and she wasn't responding to a text. So he came to her daddy's house, shot her 15 times in the back, and she was trying to walk away. And he went to the judge when he got arraigned, and he told the judge, I wish I would have caught her daddy too. I would have killed her daddy too. I was like, you dumb nigga. We're dealing with some really unstable people in this world. People don't know how to accept rejection. It seems like when somebody break up, it's like somebody gotta die. Nobody can ever leave a relationship in one piece, and I just don't understand it. I just don't understand it. Why can't people just go their separate ways in peace? It's unbelievable to me what's going on. Unbelievable. What else happened? What else happened? What else happened in the celebrity world? They arrested Takeoff's killer, alleged killer. I think that is a fake person that they put up there to take the fall. But somebody bailed him out. He had $1 million bond, and he got bailed out by a concerned citizen. So who the fuck had all that money to bail that son of a bitch out? Takeoff was murdered, y'all. Takeoff, that was a hit. That was an industry sacrifice. And, yeah, they set Takeoff up. That was a setup. That was no accidental killing. Because I want to know who bailed that son of a bitch out. And why isn't that public knowledge about who bailed him up? Why has it got to be a concerned citizen? Unbelievable. Unbelievable. I don't know. It's a lot of stuff that happened. I'm just really thinking off the top of my head what to talk about, R. Kelly's sentencing is coming up next month. As of right now, they might get it postponed. I don't know. But February 28th, he will be sentenced in Chicago. I think the judge is going to make it concurrent. I hope whatever time he gets in Chicago is concurrent. I hope they don't give him more than 30 years, because if they give him 30 years concurrent to what he's already serving, he doesn't really serve any more time. He's not getting any extra time. So let's hope he gets everything concurrent for Chicago. He deserves to have all his convictions overturned. It wasn't done fairly. His emails were stolen, and he did an interview with Storm Monroe, and he was explaining how his emails were stolen and how Azriel came to visit him at the jail, and she was saying stuff that he told his lawyer privately. So if Tasha K, well, we know Tasha K got the recordings and the emails from the BOP lady, and then handed it over to either Angelo or Larry, and caused Azriel to flip, that is tampering with a witness, and his conviction should be overturned. R. Kelly was not done right. He did not get a fair trial. Um, when you have a conversation with your lawyer behind bars, that conversation should remain private. You know, it should not be leaked to the public. They have violated this man's rights on so many levels. I just, every time I think about it, I get so upset. You know, I know R. Kelly put out a statement, an email. He sent an email to several fans saying, you know, hey, don't bash the accusers. Don't call them bitches and hoes. And, you know, I get that. You know, he's a good person. He doesn't want anybody bashed, but I'm going to still call him bitch, 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 and more bitch. They went on Surviving R. Kelly, calling him a rapist, calling him everything under the sun. So I'm going to continue to call them bitches and whores because that's what they are. And I'm going to continue to call out these unfit fathers and mothers because they're pimps. The parents are not victims. They're running around here for 4 years, 5 years, crying, talking about R. Kelly kidnapped their daughters when they know that's not the case. Angelo said Jongelyn was bent over in a bathroom getting fucked by R. Kelly. So Angelo put that out there. So it's a lot. These mamas were with him. He had sex with the moms, I believe. I believe R. Kelly had sex with the moms. And that's why some of these men are mad. That's why they're mad, because he had sex with their wives. I think that's why Tim is really mad at R. Kelly. That's why he's really mad. Because R. Kelly had sex with his wife, allegedly. That's what he's really pissed off about. But anyway, this is just a brief little conversation, brief little video that I'm putting up. You know, just discuss random topics. God bless everybody listening, and free R. Kelly, and fuck anybody who don't like him.